Okay, today we are going to attempt to burn this, which I have nicknamed Paradise Poodle, drawn by Belinda, and the blue is the tool path and the green is the outline of the engraving. But to make it easier to see what it is, I've got the drawing there, and what's going to make it even more interesting is that we're going to burn it onto the surface of this cracker. Now, here we go. Oh, not the best start there. Bit of a rogue laser. Hope I haven't got the power level too high. In fact, I can already see this is not going to work because I failed. This was originally made for milling this program and doesn't switch off the spindle motor, hence the laser now that the laser's installed. So I will just make an alteration and see if I can improve on that. Okay, we're back. And I've made some adjustments to the program. Basically, wherever the Z-axis moved down to engrave, I've replaced that with an M03 command. And where the Z-axis moves up to move away from the workpiece, I've replaced that with a M05 command for all of you people that know G-code. And for those who don't, let's see what happens. Obviously we're not going to film the whole process because it's going to be quite time consuming. I've also dialed back the power considerably because I think there would have only been a piece of charcoal left if I'd kept it at the power levels that it was set to. Smells nice at least. We'll come back in a few minutes and see how it's progressed. See how the Paradise Poodle is going. Okay, we are back. And it looks like it's coming along nicely, but I think the power levels are maybe still a little too high. But, we might as well see how it plays out, I think. So I'll come back a bit later. Okay, we are back. And we've come approximately halfway. And that has taken 27 minutes. Looking pretty good. I probably would be tempted to dial the power back, but it's not really that predictable because with white materials it's like the linearity or the response of the material versus exposure to laser power is non-linear. While it's white, it reflects a lot of the energy, and once it starts going black, it absorbs a lot more laser light, but it's that initial point of blackening the material which is the slow part. So it's probably as good as it can get, I'd say. But we'll come back a bit later and see how it progresses. But overall, it's looking pretty good. We're back for another progress check, and it's looking quite good. Can't complain about that. I hope his leg doesn't get cut off though. I aim to get maximum poodle in the cracker. So if any of you are wondering the process that I took to make this, first I used an Android app called Image to G-Code. Seems to no longer be available on the App Store, inconveniently. And I made a G-Code program for milling. In that app you can specify the size you want, so this is 5 centimeters by 4.8 centimeters, something like that. And then, as you know, earlier in the video I converted it to be compatible with a CNC laser, substituting Z-axis movements with the M03 and M05 commands, and here we have it. I also did a few little experiments with power levels. It's a 2.5 watt laser and it's currently running at 20%. The reason I'm using a percentage is because it's done with pulse width modulation, 1000 being the highest setting and the current setting being 200. We'll come back when that's finished and have a look at the overall result. Okay, we're back, and it looks like it is for the most part successful. The line that forms its back is not the greatest, but it has something to do with the consistency of the cracker or the non-linearity of the material, as I suggested before. But overall, I think that's a good result.